Hi, so this is a story about how I grew up in a religious ballet cult, and I'm going to put the definition of a cult right here because at first I felt like I was kind of dramatic for calling this a cult, but I feel as though now, looking deeper into it and all of my memories, I know for certain that it is. So if you want to hear a story about how I grew up in a religious ballet cult, then keep listening. Okay, so I'd like to just start out by saying that this was a Vaganova Ballet Academy, and in the Vaganova Russian ballet academies and training in general, it is very strict. It's all about discipline, it's military style. So there are things like if you show up 15 minutes late, that you are not allowed to participate and you have to sit there and watch. There are things like if you are a higher classmate, then you get to choose your spot at the bar first, and it is insulting if you pick your spot at the bar before a higher up classmate. So while it is a very strict learning structure, I also feel like it gives leeway to abusive tendencies if the training isn't done correctly. So I'm here to kind of just show my, or not show, but share my side of things and let you all in on a little bit of who I am and where I come from. So if you want to keep listening to more, I will go into the religious aspect of this company and also why I felt as though it was invasive and cult like, if not a cult. So yeah. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how old was I? How long did I stay there? I was about middle school age, and I stayed there until about freshman or maybe second year in high school. I graduated at 16. I was homeschooled, and I did online schooling. So I think I was probably about, 14 when I left there. But then I joined another ballet company that was strict, but not religious or cult. So yeah, and then I went on to do other things in the dance world and join different ballet academies and companies and things like that. But yeah, the church part was, it was a way of them to control, and I feel as though they even misled people who weren't religious into the company and would force these religious beliefs onto their children. And they actually did a whole ballet on the Kanye West album. Like, they did a ballet to the Kanye West album. I feel like that says a lot. But they also did weird berating things based on their own beliefs. And I'll close out with a few of these things to just kind of give you more of a background. And if you would like a part 2 or even just more info of what it's like to be in a Vaganova Ballet Academy in general, I'll definitely do that. But this company was completely controlling my life, controlling my mom's life, and controlling all the other people. I know that these people still actively follow me and watch me, and I know they're gonna see this, and their first instinct's probably to take up for this cult, even though they know that I'm right. But they would do things like starvation classes, okay? Where we would all have to come to class. Like, we would have summer camps, summer intensives, where we would be dancing like all day long, every single day of the summer. And we would bring food. And in these starvation classes, they would take all of our lunches, or if you're lucky, or if you're eating, they'll shame you right in front of the other girls. And they will pick up your food and they will start analyzing it and shaming you in front of everybody else and saying, guys, come here, come here. Do you see this? This is what makes you fat. This is what gives you cottage cheese. This is why you can't fit into your tutu. This is why your stomach's bulging out. And they would berate us and pick apart the foods that we had. And then they would make us all get together if it was like an especially bad day for them. If somebody had something that was amazing or somebody had something that was horrible, okay? We all had to meet up and we all had to be shown these items of food, whether it was a Skinny Legend food, which is salad, no dressing, nothing, maybe like a cheese stick. Like, it had to be bare minimum, like as little food as possible or as least calories as possible. Like, they would show rice cakes and say, this unsalted rice cake, unflavored rice cake, this is what you should be snacking on. Even pretzels are too much. And like, they would show us all the food and they would say, this is so and so's food. Do you see what's disgusting with this? Do you see what's wrong with this? Or if a girl brought, like, I told you, no, like, salad, no dressing, they'd be like, do you see this salad, no dressing? This is why she's Sugar Plum Fairy and you'll never fit into the costumes. And it's just like, why are you creating a bunch of like 13-year-olds? Why are you attacking a bunch of 13-year-olds? And it was a very catty atmosphere. Like, the girls would pick on each other and the instructors would encourage it. They would join in if they didn't like your nails, if they didn't like your makeup, if you weren't agreeing with them, if whatever catty behavior at the moment they wanted to do, if they wanted to make fun of you in any way, the instructors would join it. And I remember this one lady, she didn't pay tuition because she made the costume. She made these tutus, and tutus are they're hardcore to make, you know, they're artwork. It's kind of like paper mache in a way. It's tedious and a lot of material. It's a lot of work. So she was the full-time costume girl, and her daughter danced in the company, and that was her tuition. And they would bully her and say she'll never get a spot that is, you know, a lead role, starring role, until she's a senior, like until her last year. She only deserves one good spot in the company because her mom does the costumes and she doesn't pay for it and give them money. And literally, it's such a lie, because if they bought those costumes, it'd be way more expensive than this woman paying tuition. Like, having a full-time costumer and constantly, you know, doing edits, fixing everything, and hand making these things, patterns and all, like, there's no way that they could afford to pay her. So they would belittle her and make her believe that this was the only way her kid was going to succeed. And that is, I guess, one of the many realistic evils in dance, in ballet. But I definitely think some of these things are a little bit sus. So let me know if you want to hear more. Maybe I'll give you guys a little bit more. But if not, if I don't feel comfortable because this is a weird topic for me, then I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me open up, and hopefully this helps you understand just a little bit of the ballet culture and where I came from, and yeah, all my traumas. But I hope you enjoyed. Love you guys. Love you. Bye. Okay, this is getting awkward. Go now.